All right, so I haven't streamed this before. There should be an overlay for cards. I'm just gonna dive into a game and try and explain some as we go here. One of the things I really like that this game does, I actually spent like 3 or 4 hours playing this over the weekend, mostly on my cell phone. These two decks here are not decks that I had to pick up cards for or pay money for. One of the things they have is every player that logs in gets 2 decks that you get to play with without owning any of the cards in, and these decks rotate twice per week, every Monday and Friday. So you can basically play and sample constructed with these featured community built decks without putting any dollar redues in. So the resource system in this gameplay is very similar to the old WoW TCG. Oh, did I click out of it? Nope, we're still in the queue, I think. Looking for a game. All right, so the resource system is very similar to WoW TCG, or I believe it was Kaijudo, where you can take a card from your hand and discard it in order to get a resource. How much money does it take to buy into? It looks like the pretty typical Hearthstone-esque, about $1, a little bit more than $1 per pack, basically. And then as to what turns into how much stuff, I'm not really sure yet, because I haven't really dove into building my own decks just yet. I've mostly been playing with these free community decks that they have you build. Although I did dump $100 in last night so I could buy a bunch of packs. So, all of the cards in this game have colors to them similar to the Magic resource system. So the deck that I'm playing right now is a mono red deck, so all my cards have the same colors. So I can take any of these cards in my hand and I can take it and burn them down here, which turns them into a resource and a color. So you can see this circle here is my total number of resources. And then down here, these I believe are called gems, which are the different colors of cards that you've burned. The casting cost of a card is the number in the upper left-hand corner. So I don't have any 1-drops. I'm just going to end my turn here. Yep, yeah, this game runs on Android, iOS, and Steam. So the combat system in this game is unique, but it still feels familiar coming from Magic. So in this game, there are, how many lanes are there? There's 7. There's 7 lanes in front of us here. And when you play out, what do they call these? Are these units? I don't know what the vernacular is. When you play out a creature, basically, you choose which lane it goes into. So my opponent has a 1-2 and a 2-2. So I'm going to go ahead and put this here. And how attacking and blocking in this game works is it's similar to Hearthstone in that minions can attack other minions directly. Or creatures can attack other creatures directly, but creatures only interact with the 3 lanes opposite of them. So like this unit here only attacks or defends from these 3 lanes here. How many dollars did I give this game? I put in $110 because I play games as a whale. But again, this deck that I'm playing right now doesn't cost any dollars to play. So they played a power up here, which gave their unit 2-0 and Alpha Strike till end of turn, which Alpha Strike's basically like First Strike. All right, so I had something with Rush here. Rush lets them attack right away. So I want to burn something to make a mana. So let's do this. And then I'm going to play Fire Song Prodigy. And what Fire Song Prodigy does is, you notice when I played the last one, when it comes into play, it creates a new card for my hand. So this card makes effectively a shock. So Awaken means enter the battlefield. So when it comes into play, it creates an ignition for me. And then my ignition I can just play out here to shock their thing. So my opponent has a 1-2, which is not good at attacking into my 2-2. You see my opponent's playing a 2-color deck. They've got blue and green up here. It gets +3 attack and defender during your opponent's turn. It's a big boy. So because they have this side of the board locked down really well, this unit has a mechanic called Breach. So when it hits my opponent, I get to draw a card and it gets smaller. So I'm going to go ahead and deploy this guy on this lane over here, because these guys don't defend this lane. So I can just go ahead and have him attack an empty spot, which hits my opponent directly, which triggers his Breach and lets me draw a card. And then I probably want to... Oh, I drew this. So this thing, when it comes into play, it deals 3 damage to minions in the opposing 3 lanes. So I actually don't really need to ignition this, because next turn I can drop this card here, and it'll blow these things up. Damage is permanent in this game. So similar to Hearthstone, your minions keep the damage on them from round to round. I should have the overlay active. I toggled it in the settings, and it should be enabled in my extensions, unless I need to manually enable it. Oh, maybe I have to manually activate it. All right, now the Mythgard overlay should be active. All right, so we're going to go ahead and burn this one, which gets me up to my 5th resource. One of the things I like about this game too is your cards aren't gone when you burn them to make a resource. They go back into your deck, which is neat. So we play this here, and it deals 3 damage across these. You'll notice when I played this and hovered it out there, it put skulls on my opponent's cards. So the interface gives you kind of prompts to let you know what's going to happen inside of combat and things like that. Which is nice. Opponent played a draw 2. So we're a little bit down on health right now, but we're ahead on board at the moment, and are up on cards in hand. So it feels like we're ahead. What's the number? The number in the circle. So the number in the circle is my current remaining resources for the turn. And then the 5 under here is my total resources that I'll restart to next turn, basically. So I can just go ahead and trade these. You see it put skulls on them when I put that over to show that they're gonna trade. So, this card, you'll notice, so this is an ignition and this is an ignition, but this ignition shows the keyword ephemeral, and which means after it's used, it just gets exiled or goes away. And the reason why is because this ignition was created by a Fire Song Prodigy. So you'll see when I play this and it makes me a new one, cards that get created are basically token cards compared to Magic, yeah, which is nice. Another important distinction is because this is ephemeral, meaning it goes away, I can't burn it to get a resource like I can a normal ignition. So I can't burn created cards, basically. So when you're being aggressive, or even when you're being defensive, it often makes sense to spread your units out, because your units only block and attack the 3 spaces in front of them. So if you're looking to get damage through, you want to spread them out a little bit so your opponent can't put down 1 unit and block all your attackers. There is not a priority-based stack system. Deals 2 damage to your opponent and all minions. Well, that's rude. Well, now our hand kind of sucks. I've just got like a couple of shocks here. So I've got like 3 shocks and then a Doomblade here, basically. So my opponent played Demolition Speedway, which is an enchantment, and the occupying minion gets +2 attack and overrun. So overrun's kind of like trample here. So enchantments occupy a lane, and then the minions that you put into them get the bonus specified from it. Oh, there's an animation. That's cute. Yeah, there's no phases, so you can kind of play cards and attack in whatever order you prefer. Hey, look, another one. And again, I'm going to take these and spread them out, so that way they can't play a single card to block both my attackers. Yeah, the artwork in this game seems really well done. So I'm going to burn this card to get a 7th resource for the turn. I'm going to play my 1-drop. I'm going to play it over here. I don't really want to put it in front of the Demolition Speedway. Well, this card costs 3, so it's a little bit, and it gets smaller eventually. So every time this card hits, it gets smaller. So, you'll notice there's a little blue symbol above this. Energy is kind of like Planeswalker loyalty. Your individual cards, some individual cards have energy pools, and what the energy does differs from card to card. So like what energy does on one card will be different on another card potentially. Yeah, there's certain cards that benefit from the spots on either side of them get bonuses, etc. There are not instants. Alright, so my opponent's like mostly dead here. So this is a 4/4. It doesn't have armor or anything like that to reduce it. It's got a bunch of text on it, but I'm just gonna kill it. So I've got 2 ignitions here that just kill this. Yes, this is digital only. There's a lot of, they use the digital design space nicely in a lot of ways. Oh yeah, it also has a web browser version too. I should try that. So I'm actually running the Steam version through Wine at the moment. So one thing I haven't actually talked about is when you position these units, in addition to attacking with your units, you can also move them around, which is neat. So like if you place this here, you can slide them back and forth. This unit has a mechanic called teleport, so it can move any number of spots. Our opponent's probably dead here. Yes, yeah, the movement costs an attack. Alright, I think I can shock them, right? Yeah. Anyone? You are someone. Hey, Razor Factor, thanks for the 5 months. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. And Remig, thanks for the half a year. I appreciate it. I can open up the entire graveyard in the overlay. Yeah. And like, one of the things that made me finally go, yeah, I'm gonna stream this, was the overlay for this game isn't some random third-party thing. It's literally built into the client. Oh, you go into the options and you click streaming and you check the enable streaming checkbox, and it asks you to link your Twitch account. And then it just like automatically pops up once you enable the Twitch extension. It's really slick. All right, so I'm gonna burn. What do I want to burn here? I'll burn Red Carnival and play this 1-drop out. Oh yeah, there's a deck tracker too, right? This thing is a deck tracker. How do you hide the deck tracker? I popped this out the other day and I couldn't figure out how to hide it. Oh, there's an arrow. Never mind, I'm dumb. I must have missed that when I was playing on mobile. All right, so I'm gonna burn this 1-drop and get a 2. So this card has an ability called Agile, which says it can attack any of the 3 opposing lanes, ignoring attacking and blocking restrictions. So normally when you're attacking, if your opponent has a unit in one of these 3 lanes, I believe you're obligated to attack the unit. But this card has the Agile mechanic, so it can attack your opponent's face directly as long as there's any open lane here, basically. So this is a stealth unit, so they're hidden until it takes damage or is interacted with. All right, so I'm gonna try and ignition this and see what it is. It's a 2/3. When it breaches, it deals 2 damage to anyone. That's annoying. So I probably want to put something over here so it doesn't breach. Oh, I suppose I could have Crimson Impacted it too. Yeah, I could have Crimson Impacted it too, just destroy it outright. That probably would have been better, rather than burning in ignition. Is this game free to play? I mean, nothing's really free to play. All these card games they're free to install, and then generally speaking, you have to pay to compete. Wait, I'm confused. Why did... Does teleport not count as its move action? Does teleport not count as its move action? I assume that's the reason that happened. Oh, their hero thing gave them a free one. Okay. Yeah, I should have just done this last turn instead of burning the ignition like I did. That was bad on my part. I'm gonna burn the Ringmaster for now and keep my extra removal spell. It's just not profitable, Pearl. They make way more money actually having it be something that you buy. Well, I'm glad I kept my Doomblade. I'm gonna turn this into a resource here, I think. A 1/2 is not very good at this point in the game. Yeah, the crafting system is a mix of like dust plus wild cards that you open from packs. And one of the things this game does better, so like this deck that I'm playing right now is actually one of the random decks that they give you to play that you get for free. So everybody who has an account has two decks that change twice per week for them, basically. So like the deck that I'm playing right now, I did not have to spend any money to get. While occupied, friendly players draw an extra card each turn. At the start of your turn, the occupying minion is suppressed. Huh, so this lets them draw an extra card if I let it survive, so I probably don't want to let it survive, huh? So you can see when I play this out here, it shows that this is going to die because it deals 3 damage. And then this is a 3/3, so if they deploy something else that's smaller here, this can attack down that lane. So they have 5 cards in their hand right now, but most of them are these like created cards. No, they're different. So there's a pool of 26 decks that you can basically pick for, that you basically could get at random. You get 2 at random, and they change twice per week. So let's start by hitting them with this because we draw a card. I have 2 resources left, so I'm going to go ahead and play Firesong Prodigy here. which creates an ignition for my hand. So ignition is a shock here. So I'm going to go ahead and burn this Daring Trapezist to give me another resource for the turn. So I can go ahead and kill this thing here. Yes, it's possible you get the same decks, but not likely. In fact, the 2 decks I spent time playing over the weekend are different than this deck because the decks changed on Monday. So I haven't played as much with this specific deck. Oh, did I forget to attack? I totally forgot to attack with my 3/3. It even hovers and shows you. It even hovers and shows you that you have an attack. That's fine. They should be 3 lower. All right, so this thing gives your other minions with 3 attack or less rush. They get to attack right away. Yeah, I agree. Getting to sample Constructor without putting any money. In fact, that's the thing that convinced me to give them money, because I was like, all right, you're giving me an actual sample. The sample was good. I'm gonna buy the game. Just like any good drug dealer, the first bump is free. Yeah, there's a 2v2 mode as well, which I haven't tried yet, but I want to at some point. This gives their minion life tap, which is life link. They're almost dead. They're not quite dead. If we draw a removal spell, they're dead. Ooh. So, So this is lethal, right? Because I get to play this here. So I get to do 4, and then these attack over here. And they're dead. Oh, they were dead to the hero ability anyways. Yeah, you're right. Look at all the fireworks and stuff. So yeah, if you're someone who's in the market for a new mobile game or a new desktop game, this one seems reasonable. I've been enjoying it. We go first, deal. All right, so I have 2 1-drops, and one of the things with the resource system, it really helps you curve elegantly. So like, I don't need a second 1-drop, so that means burning my second 1-drop in order to like have a card that's not useless later is great here. It makes a lot of sense. How are the starting life totals determined? So each deck has this kind of path associated with it, which gives you an extra effect that I haven't really gotten into. So their path has something to do with enchantments, it looks like. I've mostly been playing aggro decks, believe it or not. So I'm gonna burn a 2-drop because I've got plenty of those. Play this 3/1 out. Yeah, so when you're deck building, your decks have between 40 and 200 cards. Obviously, optimally, you should play the minimum number. And then you pick one of these path style effects that gives you a health total modifier and some kind of terrain kind of conditional. And then you also pick, which I actually haven't used yet, a power, which lets you spend 2 mana to do something if you want. So my power is I can give a minion +1 attack till end of turn.
Hey, pay up.
So this is a 3/2. So this is a good trade for us, right? Because I get to trade my 1-drop for their 2-drop. Not all powers cost 2. Okay, neat. Good to know. I'm gonna bin... I'm actually gonna bin this one and keep the rush minion. So yeah, actually, one of the things that's kind of neat is they balance their rarities based on how many of a card you can play. So there's commons, uncommons, rares, and mythics in this game, and each deck can only contain 1 of each mythic, 2 of each rare, 3 of each uncommon, and 4 of each common. So the more powerful cards you can only play, you can play fewer copies of. Hey, thanks for doling out a sub gifty, Manatide.
Pay up.
Yes, it's similar to how duels structured their thing.
You looking for trouble?
Demise, deal 2 damage to a minion in the opposite lane. All right, so I'm going to play this rush minion here, which can attack right away because it does rush. You can see when I highlight these, it shows me what combat's going to be. It puts skulls on both of them, which is a nice interface thing. Because once I clear that out of the way, it lets my 1/1 hit them, which draws a card. And then I'm going to go ahead and burn this to get a 4th resource. And I'm going to play my Trapezist here, which I believe this says it deals in the opposite lane. So I think that means here, but let's find out. Yeah, it does mean opposite means directly across the room. Good. Hey, Watch Flake. Thanks for the host. Hope you had a good stream. Stealth minion. Let's just kill the stealth minion. All right, what was it? Breach, add a flame scroll to your hand, and flame scroll is a deal 3. The fact that the created cards pop up here is so elegant. I don't think I need any more resources at this point, so I'm just gonna go ahead and play this out over here and then smack them here. My deck doesn't have that many things that cost more than 4. We have a couple of 5s. Should you give it a new set is coming? Should I grab lots of RNA and guilds? I do think RNA and guilds are probably still the best bang for your buck, just because they're going to have shocklands in them. Although there are a lot of good rares in the new set too. So I could see that going either way. Alright, so what do I want to do here? That's a stealth minion. So I could take this and move him over, and then I can ignition here to kill this so it doesn't kill the thing in my opposite lane. And then I think I'm going to burn this and just play out the wings here as a 4/1. So the 3 is the casting cost of this card. The 2 is the color requirement. So this card costs me 3 mana to play, which this number here is my mana, and it requires that I have burned 2 red cards specifically. All right, so what does this do? It's 1/1 and it's warded. Warded cannot be damaged or destroyed outside of combat. All right, well, I think we're just running them down over here, right? Did I miss lethal? No, I didn't. We're good. I think I put this here, and then we can put this here and attack. And this puts them to 2, and it created an ignition for my hand. So unless they can gain life, so they have to answer my board and not die to this next turn. Yeah, that seems pretty reasonable, Quirrell. Links are enabled in chat. You can put the actual links in there. Unlocked a picture. Yeah, I usually toggle off sub mode when we play non-magic games, because a big part of why we're in sub mode during magic is there's just too many people chatting and it gets kind of crazy. So with non-magic games, we usually have a little bit less folks around. How does this game fix the fact that now I can't play Mana Screw when I lose due to bad play? And for comparison, for people that want to give this game a try, with just playing the free decks that they give you that rotate through, I'm 9-4 over 13 ranked games. So it seems like you can be reasonably successful, at least at the lower part of rank, just playing the free decks that you get to poke at. what does their thing do? Once per turn, heal all your minions for 1 and gain a life. Alright, so my 1-drop's not very good at this point because I've already hit 2 mana, so let's just get rid of that. I'll play my 2-drop out. Yeah, so the way the resource system works is you take your cards and you burn them to get a resource and a color of that card. So every time I discard a card from my hand, it goes back into my deck, and I gain 1 total permanent resource that replenishes every turn, and I gain 1 of the colors. The music subtracking here is really good too. Hey, man of time, thanks for doling out some sub gifties. I appreciate it. Alright, so that's a 5-drop for later. I really haven't been impressed with this card, so I've often just been burning it. Whenever another minion dies, the occupied minion gets 2/2. Let's play him out for now. He gives this card's really sweet in these aggressive decks. It gives all other friendly minions with 4 attack or less rush, so they can attack right away. It's good when you want to use the rush units as removal. Yeah, I could see that. It's 1/1 for each adjacent K9 minion. Has 1/1 for each adjacent K9. Is this a K9 as well? It's a K9 soldier. Weird. So these are 3/3s. So I probably... This deals 3 damage to each thing's in opposing lane. So I'm probably going to want to play this out next turn. So let's burn, I think, Ignition for now. And then I don't think I'm going to play this other 2-drop out yet, because I think I want to burn this one to get my 5th resource for this next turn. So I want to hold on to this removal spell in case they play a bomb of some sort. Oh, I could have infused. Yeah, I always forget about this champion power thing. Alright, so this card has Swift, Piercing. Alright, so if I burn... Actually, let's burn the Ignition now. So if I do this, and I do this, it's gonna... see, again, it shows me what's gonna happen. So I can play here, and it kills both of these, and then my 2/2 can finish this one off, which is nice, and then this can attack here. Feels like we're ahead. Similar number of cards in hand, and we're ahead on board. Hey, thanks, Dragon. I appreciate the link. Gets +2 attack after taking damage. Sure. Oh, this thing had rush. I'm so bad about that. The game even tells you, too, when your units have things that they can still do, they hover. Yeah, so there's no deck building restrictions. It's just like Magic. The only thing that restricts what you can play is how greedy you want to be. Which is sweet. See, it's hovering. That means it can do something. So I missed 3 points of damage earlier. I have another removal spell here as my last card, and they're at 15, and I have 7 power in play. So it feels like they're pretty far behind. Unless they have, like, a sweeper here. There are some cards that, like, destroy all creatures in play or stuff like that. You have 1/2. There are no instants in this game. This game is all... When you do your stuff on your turn, you can know it's going to work. Alright, and they've got nothing left. Thunk, thunk, thunk. So Sansa Sweeper they probably did here.
Do you seek wisdom?
Oh, huh? So this can block both of my things here, huh? That's lethal, though. Nope, not quite. Not quite. Wait, is it? Yeah, because so I can do this here, which lets this trade here, and then I can do this. Yeah, look at that. I remembered the hero power, chat. I remembered the thing. I remembered the infuse. Are there sideboards in this game? I believe it's just best of one. There's an in-game tournament mode coming soon. That's exciting. No, this is a feature deck. So, they created an ignition here, which is a shock. I think for the sake of resource efficiency, I probably want to trade my trapezist here for this. Yeah, I'm glad there's this card has Alpha Strike, which is basically First Strike. And First Strike's real good in this game because minions attack each other directly. So I'm gonna go ahead and burn this with the ignition. And I think we'll just play the Pure Blood out. This card's sweet, by the way. Just like draw 3, lose 3 for 3. Big fan of Divination Plus. Yep, and they have a 1/1 here. So I'm gonna go ahead and play him a 2/2 and smash this down. I'm gonna burn this Weirvin to get a 4/3 source so I can play out this 2-drop. Where are the rarities displayed on the card? The top right-hand corner. So the yellow is rare, blue is mythic, and then I don't know which are common or uncommon offhand. But this is -4 attack and Lurker on my turn? Weird. Okay, well, this has Rush, right? So I'm just gonna play this and eat their thing. That card seems pretty bad. I guess it's a 4/4 for 3 otherwise. And this card, so normally you have to attack their thing directly if it's there, but because this card is agile, it can attack any of their lanes, which is sweet. So I'm gonna make them attack me, which is fine. I'll get my damage in. Oh, it has agile too, which is close to unblockable. That makes sense. Brutal. So that positioning did not work out for me. This deals 3 to all the stuff in my lanes. Yep. Let's play this out over here and smack them and see how it goes. To draw. It's a good pickup for later. I'm gonna burn this and play this out here. So I assume they're gonna play out the Fire Song Prodigy and burn this. But if they're burning this, they're not burning this. So I'll get to draw a card, another card here, which is nice. We're currently behind on board. Oh, that's annoying. I slowed that down. I think I'm gonna start with a draw 3 and see where we go. Okay, and then I can burn this and kill this here. Do I want to kill that there? If I kill this here, I'm going to 10 because this makes me lose life. And then I'm going to go to 6 next turn. I could also play this, shoot this. That's probably... I think I want to keep my health total higher here, just because I have another draw 3, lose 3 in my hand. And I'm going to decline attacking with this, because I would have to attack into the 3-3, and if they want to use their 3-3 to kill this, I'm fine with that. And next turn, I can play my Trapezist to rush this down. That's a 4-4 with lifelink. Yikes. Alright, so... Greatness at any cost, right? You can burn this and kill this. They have one. They're at 21 life, but they're down to 1 card in hand. That's not really a big deal, because I'm going to have Fire Song Prodigy to kill it. So we can play Dashing over here, and then we can go Fire Song Prodigy here in the middle, which gives me an Ignition. Ignition lets me kill this, and then I can put this down. I'm just spreading my units out here, so that way if they have rush minions, I don't get hit by surprise, so my health total's a little bit low at this point. Focused. Huh? Yeah, the resource system in this game is really slick. So this is a 6 currently. So I can use my power here and then hit this for 3. And then I can play the Minotaur here to finish this off. Hey, Gazzy, thanks for the 11 months. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. That's unfortunate, because it hits me a little bit here, and this is why I'm trying to spread my stuff out here. Like, if they have another rush minion, I'm going to be in a little bit of trouble. Okay, yep, they're getting back in here. We are ahead, but they're getting back in. Alright, so what do I want to do? Oh, that was a really good draw. So this lets me deploy down over here. Did I just miss lethal? I might have missed lethal. I definitely just missed lethal. I was worried about playing defense, and I could have... If I would have played both of these over here, we'd have killed them. Would I? No, I would have been short, right? Because they're only going to 3. Oh, I could have burned a card and champion powered. Yeah, so I could have killed them. So I would have played both of these down here and burned a card to use this if I infuse. Yeah. All right, am I dead? I'm at 4. We could die here. If we die here, we deserve it, because we missed the lethals. Scale of 1 to dead. Where am I at here? All right, so they're still dead currently.
I'll fill your needs.
That was an animation. All right. All right, we did it. Look at the fireworks. Doesn't it make me feel good to win? Look at we're bronze 5. Look at all of our stuff. There's a thumbs up to thanks for the game. Look at that. All right. That's going to be it for me for today. I have to pick my son up early from school on Tuesdays, so I'm going to be all done. We played like half hour, 45 minutes. They'll go up on YouTube later. I think I'm actually going to do an all Mythgard stream for a few hours tomorrow morning, probably about 7 a.m. Central. I'll kick off because Magic Online is down tomorrow, and I don't feel like playing Arena without the new set. For my Magic fans out there, we'll be diving into the new set on Arena Thursday afternoon. But I think we're going to do some of this tomorrow and then Thursday morning while we wait for the new set to drop. Thanks for watching. I'll catch all of y'all around later. I think someone added a command. But while I'm going to be doing a ton of Magic stuff around the new set release, I think once that dies off a little bit, I'm going to get some of this into the regular mix while I'm still enjoying it. But if you're looking for a game that plays well on mobile and desktop, this one seems interesting. I've enjoyed playing it over the last few days. So everybody, catch you later and have a good one. I'm going to send you over Marty's way. He's streaming, I believe. Enjoy Marty.
Chef Hoagland with the host.